In all my companions and compatriots, and I truly believe that we can overthrow the World Bank and the IMF purely with the use of the colour pink.
This is strange.
So instead of fight like that, like often it ends up being, that it'd be really good just to have the whole world agreeing with us anyway, and having a laugh and being happy, because when you're happy, you know that what you're doing is right. And the happier you get, the righter the things you're doing are, basically. You're not ready yet, are you? So, on that tip, I reckon tactical frivolity and making policemen smile means it's loads less likely they're going to beat you up, and it makes them think a lot.
Cada día el pobre es más pobre y el rico es más rico. Y nuestros gobiernos se benefician de las políticas de corrupción del Banco Mundial y el Fondo Monetario Internacional. Por eso nosotros, los nicaragüenses, estamos con ustedes, y el norte y el sur vamos a estar juntos para que derroquemos de una vez y para siempre el Banco Mundial y el Fondo Monetario Internacional. ¡Vivan las mujeres del mundo! ¡Vivan los jóvenes que son el futuro!
¿Por qué estás aquí?
No dejan que la gente viva en igualdad de oportunidades. Quiero decir lo que no me gusta de forma no violenta, pacífica. Espero que la gente se vaya teniendo conciencia de que las cosas no solo las dicen 4 personas, sino que todos tenemos que decir la nuestra.
These are puppets of the new feudalistic worldwide system. This is new feudalism. Neo-feudalismo.
There are many NGOs, and many of them are acting out of good intentions. Many of them are worried that without the World Bank and the IMF, there might be no alternative. It is important to educate them, talk to them that that is not the way to go.
Messages keep getting clearer. Radio's on and we're moving round my place. I check my look in the mirror. Wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face. I ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. Something happened somewhere. Oh yeah, oh baby, I just can't resist. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark, you can't start a fire. Sitting around worried about your little world falling apart. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark.
They might make it all the way to the conference center peacefully, which would be nice.
We have a marching band for the action.
This started during the WTO in Seattle, and a few months before the WTO, we were a few people that are in the band were talking about having this kind of noisy procession to lead people throughout the streets to various actions, and to also provide energy for a lot of the protests.
It's just like marching bands in the U.S. in high school. You have flag people, you have twirlers.
Get out of here. I am not in high school.
I'm in high school.
I am not.
It's part of it. It's practical and it's aesthetical.
And like, when you hear a drum beat, you just automatically like, wow, like, hey, I can raise my fist in defiance against the state. Let's go smash something. Not that I would ever advocate smashing anything, of course.
We should perhaps reiterate that we were on our way to a picnic.
That's all we were doing.
We were going to eat lunch.
We were going to have lunch. We weren't going to a demonstration. We were nowhere near a demonstration. We were eating lunch. We were just going to eat some bread and cheese.
10 years ago, when the people smashed the old Stalinist regime, they saw that it means the end of the Cold War and the end of all of the wars and the end of the poverty. And the politics said to us that we have to tighten our belts, and in about 10 years our living standard is as high as in Austria. And I mean, 10 years ago, after the revolution, what we can see is the unemployment, which is rising. People who are working and they don't get any money for their work, and so people are really angry. And so I mean, it's really great, but it's bigger than just Czech Republic. I mean, it's a part of the anti-capitalist movement, which we saw in Seattle, in Washington, and Melbourne, and now in Prague. And I think that we've got really, since the 60s, we've got the best chance to change the world, and I want to be with the people who want to do that.
Noi abbiamo detto pubblicamente che cosa faremo perché non abbiamo niente da nascondere. We have nothing to hide. So we said in a public way what we want to do. Now we will start to move on with our van up and with the protections for the bodies. We are not warriors. We are citizens with a dream that is possible to change things in this world.
We'll do battle in outer space and fight dastardly citizens who resist them against the wall.
Comunque siano stati i compagni che mi hanno salvato, un grazie sentito, perché in mezzo a questi non avevo tanto piacere di passarci altro tempo.
Demonstrators are clashing with the police. I think the demonstrators show no too much harmful intentions. They aren't using any weapons against the police. They are just pushing them back or throwing empty plastic bottles at the police. I'm doing a legal observer. The OPH, it's called in Czech. Demonstrators are monitored by the police already, so we took up the role of monitoring the police.
It's okay.
There's no getting it stopped at the moment. There's no getting tear gas and everything, and that's because we're pink and silver.
Can it be reformed? No. The answer, I believe, is to abolish it. But you cannot, I think, talk of abolishing it and replacing it then with something roughly similar. I don't think that's going to help us at all. What we really have to do is to begin a reassertion of humane values and insist on that absolutely at grassroots level. And whatever political structures you develop must have their roots in the base of the people and must express the fundamental human aspirations. A decent home, a decent job, a decent education for your kids, a decent meal. Those are the kind of basic human demands that we're going to have to structure a new society on. But it really implies inescapably the rejection of the present capitalist system. A system built on profit, a system built on competition, a system built on money being more important than morals, and profits being more important than people. We're going to have to break that system.
lot in the old left ear anymore. Seems to have hit the sun a little bit, but I just think it was a firecracker. It wasn't anything big deal. Good thing I had the glasses on.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. No worries. I've been in the wars, man.
One second. People are doing graffitis on the vehicles. 1 second. We didn't manage to break through, but I'm having water thrown at me. I have to go. Bye.
Y la gente que se ha manifestado en este país, yo he visto que ha sido gente, al menos con la que yo he podido conversar, que están en contra de injusticia.
The people I've seen demonstrating in this country, at least those I've been able to speak with, are people who are against this kind of injustice.
Por eso decimos que cuando se habla de violencia, debemos de preguntarnos primero, ¿quién genera la violencia?
So, whenever we speak about violence, we should always ask the question first, who generates, who creates the cause of that violence?
Nosotros tenemos un dicho popular que dice
We have a popular saying,
que la violencia genera violencia.
violence generates violence.
You cannot reform or change a bad thing. I don't think that is practical. You just overhaul the whole thing and start something which is equitable to everybody. So in terms of the World Bank and the IMF, it might sound funny or laughable to some people, but we think if for 20 years they've not been able to have programs that will liberate people from abject poverty, what are they there for?
Okay, yeah, so today I was on the Blue March. There was a pitch battle with the police for over an hour. Lots of gas and rocks and water cannons and a few petrol bombs. Now we're at the Citadel, at the metro, right outside the conference center here. The police are looking a little nervous. Gradually people are coming up here. Who knows if anything will happen. Down the bottom of the hill there is a barricade with 300 or so anarchists, and they could come up also if they wanted to.
We need more.
Inside the building, but right in the end of it, behind the police lines with all the delegates. Right? Yeah. What did you do? We stood around. I shook loads of people's hands and asked them about the World Bank and how their meeting was going and if they were enjoying themselves.
And what did they do?
They shook my hand, smiled, and fucking chatted to me. It was fucking bizarre.
Watch him! What's up? Get
After about 3/4 of an hour of being up there, the police then came out from behind the fence where they were on the stairs. The riot guards came from around the side, and they basically started laying the fuck out of everybody, and pushing them over the side of the flower beds onto the floor and indiscriminately hitting people, and I got whacked in the face, whacked in the back of the leg, so I don't know what happened to everybody else.
The policies of the IMF with the structural adjustment have caused many riots in the world, many revolts. People complain because they are already poor and then they become even poorer. So Prague was a very small IMF riot, and Washington in April was a very small IMF riot. Was the first one in Washington. This is what is funny about it. IMF riot in Washington or in Prague, and not in Caracas or in Algiers or in so many other places in the south. In Prague was more or less the same thing. So the people, the police circled the meeting place, and some people tried to break in, and they couldn't, and there was some violence there. And other people sat down peacefully around the police. So it was the World Bank meeting and IMF, and then 50 meters around the police. You probably saw it. And then surrounding the police, the people. And they couldn't get out. This was what was funny. They couldn't get out, and at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they couldn't get out of there. So finally they took the metro, isn't it? The police closed the metros in central Prague, and the delegates, including Wolfenson and Köhler, had to take the metro and get out. I think this is a very good support for public transport. I mean, this should become a slogan of the environmental movement. Imitate Wolfenson and Köhler, and don't use limousine, take the metro. And it's good for you. I mean, instead of becoming indignant against OPEC, and you should go by metro, and it's good for the environment, for the greenhouse effect.
Czech.
You're Czech.
What do you want?
What do you think today? It's good?
I'm sociologist. For me, it's it is very interesting.
Yes.
I am working at university. For me, it is very interesting because I'm a sociologist.
Okay.
That's all.
So you're happy?
Yeah, yes, I'm very happy.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's a small bunch who's traveling around like football hooligans and doing this. It's not representative for the ones who actually has a opinion. That's what I think.
that like general public isn't really interested in IMF or anything. They don't know anything about it. What is it about? And all they see when IMF meeting takes place is like riots and fights in the streets. That's why they have a negative opinion about it, like both ways.
Czech people have totally been getting misinformation from the media, and the media, you know, is controlled by these organizations that are affected by policies in the World Bank, and that they profit from these policies. And so, of course, they're going to hear things like, we're terrorists coming here. But that's the misinformation that's happened everywhere, all the time, all over the world, and that it's our job to work to change that misinformation.
INPEC doesn't organize and didn't organize any kind of violence, so we are not connected with these people. But in the same time, I have to say that the most and much more bigger violence is inside of the Congress Center, where are the politicians who decide about people's lives, who decide about destroying nature, about maybe destroying people's lives. So there is the main violence, and this violence what is on the street, and I disagree with this. It's only the answer for violence in Congress Center.
It is not just Union Carbide, it is the World Bank and IMF which through the Green Revolution have brought the pesticide and the poisons into our country, has increased the disparity between the rich and the poor, have taken away food from the hungry, have sent people from the villages to cities to die and get gas.
From India there was somebody from Bhopal where the Union Carbide accident took place, and he was very good. And this is going to work now.